Hey, and welcome to Bush Kiddz. We're in the woods again today, and we've got another challenge for you. This is about safe use of a bow saw. So let me show you what you need. So like the videos we've shown before about using a folding saw and knives, obviously we need to be sure to be safe with these tools. Great tools, they do a great job, but we need to be really safe with them. So please do tune in with your parents or guardians or carers when you're looking at this, and make sure that you're being supervised in the right way. So let me show you the bow saw. Okay, so here's my bow saw, and it's not very hard to understand why it's called a bow saw, because it looks very much like a bow shape that you would use for a bow and arrow. So bow saws come in different shapes and sizes. And this size here dictates how big a log you can saw, of course. So the log can't be any bigger than that size there to cut through, but you can get saws that are bow saws that are bigger to allow you to cut bigger pieces of wood. The other thing is you get two different blades generally on a bow saw. What you can see here is the blade on here is for green wood or wet wood, green being newly cut that has sap, water in it. And the blade is obviously to enable to remove material as it cuts through, removing sawdust. But this particular blade, you can see here, you've got 4 traditional teeth and then a specific teeth cut to remove that glutinous or watery, sappy sawdust when you're cutting through. A dry blade will only have the traditional teeth like this all the way through, without the slightly designed there to cut through the wet wood. And a dry blade will just have those across the whole of the blade. I'll put a picture on that now. Also, you'll see here this bow saw has an orange handle, and it can be seen really easily. And my suggestion is, if it's not being used, then have the plastic sheath over it and have it hung up so people can see it. So to be able to cut our wood safely, what I've got here is a metal saw horse, and it's specifically designed to hold the wood so that we can safely and efficiently cut the wood through. You can make these in the woodland, obviously out of wood or trees in the ground, or lashing them together. But this one is specifically made out of metal for cutting wood. And we've got our log here ready to be sawn. So once we've got our piece of wood on here and it's secure, it's not moving anywhere, then I'm going to take my bow saw. And obviously what I want to try and do is keep away from these very sharp blades. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to just find out where we want to cut from. And I'm going to stop this from jumping out by putting my arm through the blade and then starting to saw. And what I'm trying to do is use the whole length of the saw here. So just digging in. And you can see this isn't going to go anywhere because my arm is stopping it. My arm is through it. So I'm just going to keep sawing. So when I get to a point where the saw blade is below the wood line here, what I can do now is I can start to put my thumb over the blade so it stops it from coming out, and it gives me more security in holding the wood. So I'm just going to do that now and continue to use the length of the blade to cut through this. I'm trying not to force this. I'm trying to let the saw do the work. Now when I'm getting to the bottom, the sound of the sawing will change. And when I'm getting to the bottom, what I need to do is to start to go slower, because what I don't want to happen is for this to drop underneath here and hit anything that's in its way. So as I'm getting to the bottom, I'm just going to make sure my leg is out of the way, and I'm just going to very slowly now get to the bottom. Slower, slower, until it drops and I'm in complete control. That shouldn't drop because I can hear it and I'm getting to the end, I'm slowing down. So once again, I've secured my piece, my log, in the sawhorse. I'm going to position where I want to cut with the blade, put my arm through the blade to do the first cuts. I'm using the entirety of the blade to cut through here. When I've got to a point where the blade is below the wood line, I can maneuver now to put my thumb over it and continue to cut. Okay, I'm getting to the bottom of the wood now, so I'm going to slow down and reposition my body just in case it does flick around. Slowing down now. Change of tone, and it's cut. So there you have it, how to use a bow saw safely, and how to cut wood safely with a bow saw. So see if you can get a bow saw. Maybe your parents have got some, one of your relatives has got some, and give it a go when you're out or in the backyard or in the woods. But be safe, be sure to be safe, and let us know how you get on. Thanks again.